time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoffs, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Collins with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will start this game off. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Rides to back and leaves it. Gets it past the marker. At the 35, he's got room. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. And the Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Martin. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Going to swing it on second down. Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And that is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. The Wolverines offense has its first opportunity of the day. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take on the Bucs.
Well, that's one that DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for space. It's Haynes. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a third and long. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. Four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position.
Breaks into the open. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed. And he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll take it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I'm...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. To the air on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
On those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. Keep them pinned in their own end. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Payne. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Last completion move. sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block.
It's a seam wide open. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum.
He's loose down the middle. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Underwood. Complete. Running into the open space. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Caught near the sticks. It's Coleman. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Makes the catch. It's Morgan. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down at the 49. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's crease corn. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Little over anxious. Out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop, but the sweet pull and catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He spins that thing down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the take. Couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a month. Back to pass. Lets it fly. Got his man. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Grabbed behind the line. It's Marsh. He'll try to take it back. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The short hands, it's Coleman. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. And he did that right there.
Fires toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this defense was ready for go box against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know
turning it on. Touchdown Wolverine. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage. puts the returner on the ground. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Turning on the Jets. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. The Nittany Lions just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. On the run, it's Gibson. Picks up the first down. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. The Nittany Lions, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, but I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They'll immediately call timeout.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Snagged in the middle, it's Haynes. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Looking to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Michigan! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, you keep that passing game up, you can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They got plenty plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Fires to the big fella. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. The Wolverines are flying down the field. Off play action on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Grab near the marker. It's Cleescorn. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Underwood. Unloads to the right. It's complete. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The Wolverines started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Rides the back on the option, the give. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
That's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
Quick pass on the fly motion. That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Offense trying to go push pass on 1st down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverine. They punctuate the chance for the trip to the end zone. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
A strike downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's a big stride inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Try to barge their way in.
Great job by the defense that time, blowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they force that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
I was ready for this fourth down anyways. I know I need a touchdown on this drive, and I know I'm going for it. So now the situation is, what is my play to get it done?
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. The field goal is no good. Guys, the missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Catch in the middle. It's Coleman. After 45 on its way. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Underwood. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
On third down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So the offense accepts a penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. These guys in a much better position after that penalty on the D. Now it's 2nd and 7. The give out of the gun. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got it in the middle. It's Strong. Still on his feet at the 45. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Short gain on the play before he slides. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. He'll set up to throw. Quarterback adapting. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
So here comes the Michigan offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
It'll be 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Grabbed over the middle, it's Marsh. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical.
Oh, he's got some space. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Snap it to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Gibson. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Gibson. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. And the Nittany Lions are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. There he goes. Look out, he's got room. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 7.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Rutgers is just getting blown off the field right now there in Jersey. And at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 29 to Indiana. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Catch in the middle, it's Saunders. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there. Still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play. And, David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
They got 0 push up front, and they stopped them in the backfield. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. They boot it away. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete.